Hello, Pisces. Welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and I will be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, abundance reading for the month of May 2021. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I will be using my white tarot deck. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite tarot, and then Pisces, I will close out your reading with the Secret Language of Color Oracle card. You can see here the cards are already starting to talk, and I'm ready to listen. So let's go ahead and get right to it. All right, so what do we need to know for the sign of Pisces as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of May 2021? Interesting, Pisces. Looks like you are going to be getting some type of support, some type of help that you've been waiting for. Looks like your call has been answered. We have the Emperor, which is the card of control. And the interesting thing about the Emperor, sometimes I like to see him, sometimes I don't. This is one of the situations where I'm feeling like this is a good time for him to make it his appearance. The Emperor is the card of control, which means that sometimes it's the energy of things being in control. It's not like a chaotic type of, what is the word? Micromanaging. It's not that. It's just things are under control. It's like you have your finger on the pulse, you know what's going on, and you're managing it very, very well. Now, as this relates to your money, it means that you're really paying attention to your finances. And if you're not, it looks like you're moving in that direction. It's like, some of you are really, tracking, your expenses, you're paying attention to the books. It's like you really know what's going on in every aspect of your financial life. And for those of you who are not quite there yet, it's like you're learning how to manage your money. Excuse me. The other thing about the Emperor is that this talks about just having the situation fully protected as well. It's like you're not flying by the seat of your pants. You're not, being reckless with your money or your time or your resources. It's like you've just got a good grasp and a good handle on where things are going. And you've got your assets protected. I could say it that way. It's just a very good card. It just means that things are good. You're being responsible. You're doing what you need to do. And that's a great way to start the month. Next, we have the Queen of Wands. This talks about stability in the workplace. For those of you who are working, just know that things at work are actually going pretty good. Things are pretty harmonious. There could be some opportunity for some of you to grow and to blossom at work. And for those of you who are not working, just understand that there could be some new opportunities kind of showing up for you to get some work that you really, really love. Now, when I say getting work that you love, I'm not only talking about a job. I'm talking about an opportunity for you to increase your wealth that may or may not fall into, actual work. It could be an opportunity with a friend. It could be maybe doing some freelance work or independent contractor work, or maybe just selling stuff at home. Like, who knows? But I do want you to know that there could be an opportunity for some of you to make some additional cash and some additional money, but I'm feeling like it's not in the structure of a job. It's more like kind of a side hustle, side gig kind of thing. But I see it becoming more than just that. It has the potential to maybe even be a full-time business for some of you. Next, we've got the Ten of Pentacles. This is group work. Not surprised to see that card right next to the Queen of Wands. This is you working with other people in order to achieve a common goal. Now, this doesn't only mean work. It could also mean networking, meetings, collaborations, just really connecting with people, and it's a beneficial kind of, thing. You guys both benefit. It's really just utilizing, or I guess I could say leveraging the talents and skill sets of others, to help you, and you do the same for them. Okay, so it's a very, very nice working together relationship. Also, we've got the Two of Wands here. This is maybe making some future plans. However, the thing about the Two of Wands is sometimes he's all about trying to really study the past in order to make better decisions in the future. And a lot of times that doesn't work. I mean, we all have our own experiences and stuff, but you have to pay attention that not everything that happens in the past is an indicator of what will happen in the future. So while you can understand and take the lessons you've learned from past experiences, know that that's not always going to be the best angle to make future plans from, especially as it relates to your money. And I'm not saying to be reckless, but at the same time, I'm encouraging you to make future plans from a different mindset, maybe even a different lens. Next, we have the Nine of Wands. This is the card of feeling a little discouraged and frustrated. A lot of the signs are getting this card this month, and I think it's kind of normal. A lot of us throughout the world, we're starting to kind of get back to work. Our cities are starting to open up. We're starting to kind of, see things happen in our local economies, but it's still slow going for a lot of us. And I just want you to know, Pisces, that you're not alone in feeling this way. Now, this is where things get exciting. We've got the Knight of Cups here. This is the card of an offer, something coming your way, some type of support. Now, this is going to come in at the right timing, in the right way. It couldn't be planned any better. It's literally your knight in shining armor coming to save you. For some of you, it literally will feel that way. In other cases, it just means that maybe someone loaned you money right when you needed it most. It could also be maybe, you get approved for that loan at the exact right time. Whatever it is, you're definitely going to get the help and support you need at the exact time that you need it. All right, Pisces, let's see what else shows up for you. As it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of May 2021. What do we need to know for the sign of Pisces? Yeah, I do feel like I need one more. There we go. Okay, Pisces, as we move into that second week of May, look for a multitude of opportunities showing up for you. Might be even a little bit overwhelming because you're going to have so many different directions that you can go. Now, when I see the Seven of Cups here, like I said, that means you're going to have choices to make, okay? It means you're going to have to figure out, okay, what do I want to do? What do I have time to do? What am I able to do? And exactly energetically, what am I available for? Especially when we're trying to make money, right? We can only do so much in the day. We can only do, we all only have a finite amount of time and energy. So really get clear, Pisces, about what it is you're available for. If you're trying to build a business, don't tell the job, oh yes, I would love more overtime. I would love to work weekends. Make sure that your goals are in alignment with what you're doing. Okay. The thing is because you're going to have a lot of things coming up for you. Things are going to start showing up out of the blue, and you're going to have to be very discerning. Now, like I said, this has to be in alignment with your goals, because if you are trying to make money, or you're trying to start a business, or you're trying to get into investing, make sure you're giving yourself the opportunity to do that, okay? The things that exactly you want to do. Next, we have the Two of Swords here. This means you make a decision, which is very good. I'm not surprised to see that next to this card here. The Two of Swords means maybe you were holding back or procrastinating on make a decision. You finally make a decision, and look what happens. It pays off. Ace of Cups, which means that a brand new passion project, something exciting, something you love, is definitely starting up at this time. This could even be a personal relationship for some of you, but I'm feeling like this is more something that you've got your heart into. It's a, it could be a business or a work-related thing. There's definitely a money tied to it, because that's what the whole point of this reading is. There's definitely a financial aspect that's going to grow and going to flourish and going to even overflow in some cases. But it's very, very exciting. Maybe you get your dream job. Maybe you get a dream opportunity to work for the company you've always wanted to work for. It could even be something charitable for some of you. Maybe you start a nonprofit and it just really takes off. But whatever the case may be, your heart is definitely in it, and it's definitely looking like it's going to be a success. We do have the Devil card though. Remember, new level, new devil. The Devil card here, this is the card of bondage. This is the card of unhealthy attachments, right? Sometimes you have to pay attention that you don't get in your own way, Pisces, okay? Everybody has bad habits. Everybody has unhealthy attachments. We all deal with them. We work through them, and hopefully at some point overcome them. You have to make sure you don't self-sabotage, Pisces, okay? Because you've got some interesting things here. Things are definitely growing, things are happening, things are taking off, but sometimes, you know, we can get in our own way with, you know, maybe we feel a little insecure, maybe we don't feel worthy, maybe we don't feel good enough, maybe we've got some addictions that we're battling, maybe we have some unhealthy relationships that we are codependent on. You know, most of us have an idea of where it is that we need to break free from because we're in bondage to it. Okay, so make sure you examine that, because it looks like it could cause a problem with your growth here, especially your financial goals, and make sure you address them. Okay, make sure you not only acknowledge it, but you start working towards healing it, fixing it, removing it, whatever. But you got another beautiful card here. You got the Empress. This means things are growing. These two cards here are very beautiful together because it means growth. It means progression. It means that things are happening in such a divine way. You can't rush it, but you can't slow it down either. You know, the Empress is also the card of maternity. You know, she talks about birthing a new project. It's very exciting to see her because she's also the ultimate in feminine energy. That divine feminine, right? And it doesn't matter what gender you are, because we all have aspects of the masculine and the feminine, but really tapping into that feminine energy is very beautiful, because that's where creative energy comes from. That's also the nurturing and sometimes the holistic healing aspect of the modern feminine as well. Next we have the Knight of Pentacles. Now the Knight of Pentacles means, in the reverse, when I see him in the reverse, this tells me that, well, I'm getting two things from this card here. The first thing I'm getting is that you're expecting some money and you're not going to get the full amount. And I know that doesn't apply to everybody, right? The other thing I'm getting here, because I'm seeing this coin a lot and I've had a lot of people ask me, there could be some things going on with Bitcoin around this second week of May. And I've seen this in several of the readings this month, okay? For those of you who are into cryptocurrency or Bitcoin, looks like there's going to be some changes happening in the month of May, roughly around the second week of May. Again, I'm not a licensed financial planner or financial advisor, so I'm not telling you what to do, but I am picking up on the energy of the card, and I am picking up very clearly for those of you who are invested in crypto, Bitcoin specifically, pay attention to the second week of May, because I have a feeling that some things are going to happen there. Now, I don't necessarily feel that something huge, well, I shouldn't say I don't feel something huge is going to happen, but I do feel like there's going to be some big changes. I'll say it that way. All right, so for those of you who are, kind of into this. This might be something, fun to track on the calendar, and let's all wait and see what happens. I'm not making any predictions, but energetically, I do feel like there is going to be something shifting with the world of cryptocurrency roughly around this time. Finally, we have the Ten of Swords. This is healing from a betrayal. This is also overcoming some emotional stuff that needed to be dealt with. And I do feel, Pisces, that you're on your way to that. The cards are telling me that, you're getting your emotions in order. You're healing yourself spiritually, energetically, and you're really, trying to overcome the things that could have been holding you back financially as well. Sometimes we have to do some spiritual and emotional work in order to really unlock the abundance flow that we all are seeking. And this very clearly tells me that that's what you're doing, Pisces. All right. Okay. Let's see what else shows up for the sign of Pisces as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of May 2021. Got that repeater card here. Looks like you're still kind of solid on that decision. I think that's really good. Or this could be a new decision. I'm thinking now. Picking up that's a new decision. But let's start here. Three of Wands. We kind of already talked about what's going on here with the Two of Wands, but the Three of Wands talks about a change in future planning. However, when it's in the reverse, it means that those plans get put on hold for some reason or another. Either, you're trying to get your money straight so you can make the plans, or you're just not ready for that particular planning that you're trying to do. Whatever the case may be, it looks like you have some future plans being put on hold. The Three of Pentacles, this is you being admired for the work you do, Pisces. People love you. You're very talented, skilled, experienced. You've got a lot of knowledge in your area of expertise, and there's people that want to reach out to you and work with you. They want to hire you. They want you to be a client, or they want to be your client. They want you to be a customer, or they want to be your customer. Whatever the case may be, you are definitely acknowledged for the contributions that you're making. Next, we have the Page of Swords here in the reverse. This is some unexpected news about something being discontinued. I've been getting this a lot in all of the signs readings this month, so I have a feeling this is going to be something that affects all of us. I don't think this is going to be something specific to Pisces. Like I said, I've been picking up this same card. Well, this same card has been showing up in multiple readings with all the signs. So I have a feeling like there's going to be something that happens with all of us where something just kind of unexpectedly just stops. Something unexpectedly just is discontinued. And I'm feeling it could be related to the current circumstances that we're all in and how it affects us financially, how it affects our economies. Without having to say specific words, the global thing that we're all dealing with. I have a feeling that there's going to be some changes where things kind of shift for us, and I think it's going to be for the greater good. Next, we have the King of Wands. I don't like seeing this card because it means that there's somebody who's not acknowledging what you're doing at work, and it's also to someone. It's like there's a manager who's just not connected to his or her employees. That's what I'm feeling with this. For those of you who work, in like well, I guess not just corporate, but those of you who work in any kind of job, I'm feeling like your manager is disconnected from you. And I don't mean disconnected from you personally, but I feel like the manager is just not really the team player and the example setter that they should be. And so it's affecting all of the staff. And I feel like you're being affected by the lack of concern by this manager. It's like they don't have the desire to help you win because they themselves are not winning, or they're not trying to win. So I know that's a very frustrating situation, but I'm really picking up that it's not going to be something forever, but I do feel like there's going to be some managerial changes with this too. Because this is in the reverse, that also talks about some lateral movement in the workplace. Could be somebody getting transferred out, could be moving to a new location, maybe even a new office for some of you. But I do feel like there's a manager who's not in touch with the job, and there's going to be some changes within the organization. Next, there is the Queen of Cups. Now, she is someone who is very sensitive. She's very in tune with her feelings, and she's very concerned about the feelings of others. We have to be careful not to be too overly emotional, because sometimes our emotions can get the best of us. But I feel with the Queen of Cups at this particular stage, Pisces, you're just going to feel very, very emotionally connected, probably to your work, probably to your money, and probably to the people around you that you are dealing with on the day-to-day. There's nothing wrong with that, but it is just something to be aware of, so you know what you're available for and what you're not available for, especially as it relates to anything money or financial related. We already kind of talked about this Two of Swords. We got this card here. Again, the Two of Swords in the reverse talks about making a solid decision, a decision that you were procrastinating on, but now you said, hey, it's either do or die, and I'm going to do. And it looks like you're making a solid decision, and it looks like the decision pays off, because the thing that was probably making it harder was the fact that you weren't making a decision. It's like kind of being in limbo. But the good thing is that you've committed to something, and you're going to start seeing movement happen because of that commitment. All right, so what else do we need to see? For the sign of Pisces, as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance. For the month of May, 2021. All right. I don't know. This card kind of felt like it was the other way, but I don't know. Let's see what happens as we move through this here. All right, Pisces. Looks like you're going to have a big shift happening at the end of May here. Six of Swords. This is a cancellation, delay, postponement for any type of travel plans or maybe even an event. If I've been seeing this a lot in the readings too for all the signs. Looks like a lot of people have plans and trips and things, things happening, and looks like there could be something where it gets delayed or something happens and people have to cancel. It's not anything to worry about, but it's just kind of a bummer when we've all been locked up in the house for over a year now. We want to go out and do stuff, and so we don't want anything anything dampening our parade, so to speak. However, though, it could happen. I wouldn't get too worked up about it, though, because it's probably just a temporary thing, It may just be postponed to a later date. Next, we have the Knight of Swords. Knight of Swords, this is the speed card. When things start happening and moving, be ready, be prepared, because it looks like you're going to have some money energy flowing to you very, very quickly. I see that by the Ace of Pentacles. You've got a new source of income coming, and it comes very, very quickly. The thing about the Ace of Pentacles is this means a new opportunity, a new venture, a new business, a new job even, whatever, a new sale, whatever the case may be. Things are going to start happening very, very quickly. We all are working towards multiple streams of income, and so I do see that happening for you, Pisces, at the end of the month of May, so get ready. Next, we have the Moon card. The Moon card in the reverse talks about what was once hidden is now exposed, okay? So people could have been deliberately hiding things from you, or maybe unintentionally hiding things from you. Whatever the case may be, everything gets exposed. All the stuff comes to the surface, the truth comes out. Whatever was once hidden from you comes to the light, okay? So you will be privy to some new information, and that's going to help you in a very good way, in a very profitable way. So just get ready, because this is something that you definitely need to pay attention to. Next, we have the Ten of Wands. Ten of Wands in the reverse is the card of, overcoming burnout and not taking on too much, not being overwhelmed. This is a very good card to see in the reverse because, nobody wants to be burnt out. Nobody wants to be, overworked and overstressed and doing too much. This card tells me that you're finding a really good work-life balance. That's definitely going to take you far, especially for those of you who are trying to grow businesses or maybe start a new career or maybe move into some other aspects of your financial life, such as, investing or anything, anything. Next, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Now, the Queen of Pentacles, I really like her energy because she's a very conservative spender. She's a very conservative investor. But when she shows up in the reverse, sometimes that means that we're being a little, I don't know if careless is the word, but sometimes we do things because we get caught up in the moment, right? We get excited and we're like, yes, I'll buy 10. And you only need one of whatever it is. So just pay attention to that you're not really doing a lot of impulse spending or impulse investing or buying something because it sounds good at the moment or investing in something that sounds exciting. But then when you get home and the dust settles, you realize like, I don't know if this is exactly the right fit for me. Finally, we have the Magician, one of my favorite cards. This is the card of alchemy, really creating the life that you want. You have everything at your disposal to create the life you want, to create the money you want, to have the abundance that you want. So just be very, very mindful of the resources and the tools and the accessibility of all these things that you have at your disposal because you literally are the magician of your own life. Now we have the Wheel of Fortune. Now, I'm feeling like this card was like this, but then it kind of went like this, so I don't know. So the Wheel of Fortune is a very lucky card. However, when it shows up in the reverse, sometimes it means things take an unexpected turn. Not necessarily for the worse, but it just means that sometimes things happen and we're not prepared for it. So, I'm going to kind of read this both ways. The Wheel of Fortune is the good luck card. The Wheel of Fortune is also the turn where things kind of turn unexpectedly and you're not prepared for them. You figure out kind of how it applies to you once we close out the month of May. I'm sure you will figure it all out. I'm sure you will, overcome and you will work through it to the best of your ability. But at the same time, sometimes you can't be prepared for everything and you just have to kind of be flexible and understanding of what shows up. All right, Pisces, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Secret Language of Color Oracle card. This is a very beautiful deck. Interesting, you got, and I see this card peeking out. I'm going to give you these two. Okay, so first we got Jade, take action. I think we've already kind of discussed this in your reading, Pisces, card number 32, take action. I think that kind of resonates too with this card here. Take action, go with the flow. The next card we have is Lavender, very beautiful. Connect to body, mind, and soul. Card number 44. Again, that's card Lavender. Connect to body, mind, and soul. If I can get my words right. But I hope you enjoyed this reading, Pisces. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, observations, please drop them down below. I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. We'll do it all again next month.